I don't think we're going to see it. And look at that, I was right. And we're on 5-minute break. So we've already rebought once. It's our one and only rebuy. Because, we have a limiter. So we don't, blow our entire, life in one tournament. So for just below starting stack, second time was perfect. All right, sweet. Milan. I like that name. Milan. Yeah. Anyways. Frickin'. We have ourselves on a little bit of a limiter. So we get knocked out on this particular go, then we out. And it just is what it is. Some shit cards. Yeah, you're getting, that's a part of the game, but also, the beauty of this game is not so much waiting until you have premiums, because you'll never get chips on a consistent basis if you just wait for premiums, because your opponents are going to know that you're waiting for premiums, and they're only going to call you with premiums themselves, or they're just going to fold. So it's a lot of picking your spots and knowing your image at the table, being able to exploit it, and having a good idea of what your opponent is playing with, judging by how they come at you in regards to, if I bet and they snap call, okay, I know they have either top pair or they're running the flush draw or a straight draw, depending on what the board looks like. But it ultimately comes down, this is a game of decisions, right? It's nothing but decision making. The best decision maker most of the time wins. At least you would think so. But then we have the term suck out. This site sucks out so much. If you just watch some of the YouTube videos that I've posted, I mean, I'd be the first to say that, maybe, did I lose my temper a little much? Of course I did. But the level of sickness in those calls, the level of sickness in those beats, it's enough to drive somebody like me crazy. I mean, it's like I told the Poker Stars, guys, look, I love the game. It's the constant downswing, the constant suck out. If I could understand the call, it wouldn't bother me as much. But most of the time, I can't understand, short of you just not wanting to fold, I don't understand, the call on some of these guys. And then they end up getting lucky, and that's where you get all these people who think Poker Stars is rigged. It's, it's built for the fish, so the fish feel good about themselves, so they keep on buying in. And the actual poker players, the ones who actually play and, for lack of better words, respect the goddamn game, we get, shafted with no Vaseline. And it hurts. Because there's no lubrication short of blood and tears. Imagine that. Ugh. God, I love Pepsi. I mean, I love pop in general, with the exception of Dr. Pepper. So if the spokesman of Dr. Pepper ever gets in this chat, I'm not interested in being a spokesperson for your pop. It is disgusting. Root beer. Got you. Pepsi. Unlikely. Well, all of it's unlikely. Just call it for what it is. All of it's unlikely. But, you know, in the perfect world, root beer, Pepsi. Ooh. And we're back. With the good old King Jack of Diamonds. Now, this bet doesn't necessarily mean really anything. Same thing goes with the call. I mean, I would raise here, but the position is just wrong. Anytime, Stozy. Now, this is going to be a check. All right, let's put a little bit of pressure on here. Daddy needs a diamond. Yeah. And there's a good possibility that somebody called a goddamn straight. I mean, if he's got the ace X of diamonds, that's just a GG. Damn. I thought for sure I was going to get called by somebody. I mean, I knew I couldn't go all in because that's just like obvious. But that was a good pop for us. Who knew to get my card I just had to call myself daddy? Who knew? Calling mainly because we're in position. Wow. Go ahead and bet so I can fold, please. Of course, if you check, let's try to get out of line a little bit. Maybe he doesn't have any clubs. Time to shut it down. All the way down. Thank you. Now, I'm going to be that annoying player that I keep on bitching about. I'm going to make him wait for it. I'm trying to make this look as hard as possible and fold it. Ooh, fold. Jack deuce. Also known as jack shit. Think about it. Fuck Dr. Pepper and her 23 flavors. Yeah. Mountain Dew's legit though. Like, Mountain Dew is legit. My favorite one, honestly, is a Live Wire. The orange. I mean, I have to make sure that, I keep it to just one. I try my best to try like, once a week because, you can. You send me to the store more often than not, I'm coming back home with a pop. Or you send me to the gas station to go get gas more often than not, I'm coming back with a pop. And a candy bar wrapper is Jack. We're just going to do a min raise this time around. If he shoves, I kind of feel like we have to call. I mean, he doesn't shove, but I'm going to call. We have the Jack of Spades. Check. We're going to give it a shot. All right, we're folding that. So much for trying to get a goddamn bounty. Don't worry, we're not worried. Not yet. Because we had, we read the situation correctly. Okay? We had a spade draw. He did not have a spade. We had two higher cards. All he had was pocket nines. Now, granted, he was able to, turn it into a full house on the river. But the fact of the matter is we had outs. We were majorly flipping. We just can't help ourselves but to majorly lose. It would have irritated me. Hey, look, pocket threes. We're going to limp because pocket threes are crap. But if they hit, maybe we can get some chips out of it. Cool. All right. Now we're in business. Obviously, it's just a call. If he's got pocket jacks or pocket fives, then obviously this is likely to be our last goddamn hand because I'm not folding. Bang, bang, bitch! I needed it. Excuse me. Let me guess. Oh, it's rigged. Spare me. Please spare me. Considering I'm every bit as cursed as you're claiming to be, spare me the whole. We're gonna limp. Limp. And we're gonna fold to any and all ends. Obviously. I mean, we'd like to see a goddamn flop before we make any kind of big decisions like that. You know. Nice limpy limp. Now give me a goddamn straight. I mean, close, but that 4 is not a 10. We do have. Never mind. I was going to say, we do have the Queen of Diamonds, but that means nothing because we got hearts right here. All right, one time for a 10. It's not what we needed. This is turning into a check fold. It's not worth his all in. That's bound to happen. Oh my god. You should have bet when you had it. I mean, really, as is, I should have gone all in. I would have his goddamn bounty. He's tilted. He must have slammed his laptop or threw his phone or whatever the hell he's playing with. Maybe he had ace king. And he was just trying to play tricky. Hey, look. The shittiest possible flop for my hand. Oh, we have a pair of queens now. Alright, so we're going to put in a little bet. Good with it. Ace 10. Not bad. It's not an all-in hand, unless Mr. James G wants to try it. He's still steaming. I get it. I don't have sympathy for him, but I get it. You know I'm calling. It's not my fault you played your hand wrong. Nice hand. Now that is sick. I love how people think that they're poker pros when it's completely obvious that you're using a goddamn poker tracker and all you're doing is reading off your goddamn screen. Throw in, oh, you called with a 20%. Well, I'm not supposed to fucking take chances because that's kind of how tournaments are won. That's how tournaments are played. You gotta be willing to take chances. Otherwise, you're basically just, oh, god damn it. You're basically playing your hand face up. You're not supposed to be able to put me on nothing. And, you cry when, a flip doesn't go your way and you played your hand wrong. It's pure simple. You played your hand wrong. If you had an ace, you played your hand wrong. If you had a king, you played your hand wrong. If you had ace king, you played your hand wrong. You check the turn, you leave the door open for mofos like me to catch. The most perfect of cards. You're lucky I didn't go all in. We got two pair. Put 5,000 on it. Hopefully somebody has a draw or an ace king. We're just gonna put you all in right meow. Didn't think so. Folding. I mean, don't get me wrong. Y'all who've been, keeping up on the streams and on the YouTube and, actually supporting what I'm trying to do here. I bitch every bit as much as anybody else does. But the difference is I'm not going in here calling somebody a donk over something stupid. Like, if I legitimately know that I played a hand wrong, why would I even go through any of that? We're going to fold here. This guy, I've always missed my opportunity. We're calling him solid. Why? Because more often than not, when we're looking at the, how do you say, the leaderboard, he's almost always at the top. So he's doing something right. Always doing something right. Yeah. We'll lip here actually, and we'll snap fold here. It's very little strength we need to feign in our limping range. Hey, look, pocket sixes. Got 45 big blinds. It's always nice. I can talk myself into calling. Well, I was going to say a mud. All right, we're just going to check here. Not that great. Good enough for me, though. Jack six. I'll be honest, I really don't want to fuck with Fent. I really don't. Not with Jack six or anything. I'm really hoping somebody raises up here. Thank you, D fan. What are you? Is that supposed to be like Detroit fan? Why would you do that to yourself? But, you know, that's just me. Yuck. All right, with the way that he just called that, it's pretty clear he didn't have a queen on that check. Defan pretty much played his hand face up on that one. We're going to call in position here. Hopefully it's not re-raised. Yuck. No. I'm going to fold this. Ace eight. You know what? We're going to call. Yeah, we're folding. I mean, that's a little annoying because the 8 came out, but that raise means really nothing. His span is just endless. His screams either ace king, ace queen, or some kind of pocket pair. And by the way that he's taken forever to call, so annoying, because I would have won. Figures. So fucking annoying. I'm gonna fold this. I'm gonna fold here too. Have a gut shot to the 5, but really nothing to be super proud of. Folding. Gyros. Got 50,000 in chips, and somehow I'm in 41st. Like, grand scheme of things, yeah, it looks like it's a lot of chips, but it's really not. It's a pretty straightforward fold. Go ahead and ISO there, buddy. Yuck. Yuck. There's my 5. And the 9s take it. That's amazing. Funny, every time I have 9s, they don't hold like that. Hey, look, ace queen. We're looking for a jack specifically. Well, that blows. Yeah, we're gonna fold that. That's just really expensive for 1 and 2, and 6-5. And 7-5. Fold that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, got a 7, but it's a spade. The only straight it makes is 4-5, but then again, 4-5 was already made with 3-2, 3 deuce 6, so that means next to nothing. But really, the concern are the spades. 5-6. No limp. That's super bad. Check that. We're gonna fold that. It's real easy for him to have the ace. Queen 9. Let's raise it. Hopefully nobody decides, I'm gonna jam. I mean, really, the only person I could really bring myself to calling a jam on would be Almud. He's about the only one. He's, he's above the cusp. Obvious. Sweet. Wasn't necessarily looking for a goddamn call. I'm gonna fold this. Probably a good thing too. What note did I give him? I mean, whatever he did, he earned it. He earned that wild note. Gut shot? Yeah, I would have had a gut shot. Fent is just having a really, really hard time. Nice hand. Glad I could help. But notice, that was the right call. I was ahead for folding that. He just so happened to catch his goddamn 10. Notice how I'm not going into the chat fucking saying, oh, how could you go all in? It's not a bad hand. Folding. Somebody with a hand, please call. Late registration ends in 18 minutes. Folding, because we're not playing blackjack. And 25 big blinds. Good luck. 15 big blinds. And catch. Oh, no king for you, sir. It's crazy. I'm gonna call. There's our 5. Ace king gets there. Sometimes you just gotta represent. Which I'm relatively sure he didn't put me on ace king because ace king would have re-raised. But king 9? It's possible, I guess. There's my 8. Okay, we have an up and down straight draw. And we just hit our straight. Now, hopefully he doesn't have a goddamn flush. Woo! Ooh, he snapped that off so fast I thought he had a flush or a higher straight. I had to take a closer look at that king. God damn, it's almost like he knew that shit was gonna hit. Talking shit to ace queen. That's crazy. We're gonna limp. Oh, playing for stacks just went straight for the Rebuy. We're going to call. We don't have a club. That's just no good for us. Check fold. All right, we got the Rockets. Now all we need is somebody to take it up with. God, I wish you guys could hear the music going in this here right now. Sincerely, I wish y'all could hear it. I'm bulletproof. You know what? We're gonna call. And I get his bounty. Hooah! Suck it, nerd. We're gonna limp. Why? Because we can. Look, we got red cards that came out all black. Hooray! You know what? We're gonna call because nothing's been made yet. You know, now we're gonna fold. Limp. Got 10 big blinds. Come and get it. Come and get it, son. Alright, we're gonna fold that. Show a little bit of discipline. The slightest amount. Oh, wow. Wow! Shit! Bro, that is gross. I mean, it's happened to me so many times, but damn. And just letting y'all know, we have won $42.63 in bounties. What that means is, regardless of how this goes, we have won 42 bucks, regardless on how this goes. So, in order for us to break even here, we need to at least make above 150. On the day, I kind of feel like above 200 to make myself feel a little bit better, but that's just me. 10-6. I don't think so. I don't think so, Spawn. Alright. Are we still registering? Yep. 9 minutes until the end of registration. Basically, what we can do is basically sit out until after break. Short of playing, the premiums. Knocking mofos out when we can. I mean, if he's going to make it that cheap, then I got to. It's all diamonds. All right, we're going to call one time. Now we gotta find a fold here. Super simple for him to have an ace here, or even a flush. 9, 10. I mean, shit, I'll limp. Check it. No, thank you, sir. Fold. Fold. Yeah. It's looking like short of us getting a premium hand. Yeah, I know what I was about to say. Shut up. Well, that pretty much spells fold. Nice hand. Folding. Not willing to call off the ISO. I mean, really anything over 100K, we're more than doing just fine. Scorpion, that was a stupid ass way of calling. Stupid. That's amazing. All right. All right. I see 2 viewers. I know E-Day is one of them. Tyler, are you still here? Or am I looking at somebody else? Which is perfectly fine. Come on, come on, come on. I mean, at the very least, watch me make a jackass out of myself. I mean, I already lost like 26,000 in chips. I mean, we're still healthy. We still got 53 big blinds. We're doing pretty good. And just like that, we're back down to 1. Yes, I wasn't tap dancing good enough. Doing the... Sorry, I'm not that talented, guys. Just not. But back... Yes, I am still on it. But back on the guy that was complaining about me making bad calls or whatnot. I'm sorry, but that's a part of the game. You're not supposed to be able to put me on hands. You're not supposed to be able to read me at all. In a perfect world, you're not supposed to be able to read anybody at all. But also, he was, here's what I will not tolerate from somebody who I'm going to assume he fancies himself a good poker player. If you got a good hand and you don't bet properly your good hand. Now, properly, I mean you bet the flop and I call. Okay. Next card that comes out, if you check and I check, you're giving me the opportunity to improve. And if I do indeed improve, you have no right, regardless of what my hand is. It was Queen Jack. It could have been Jack Deuce. You have no right to complain about me outrivering you when you literally left the door open for me to see a free card. That's stupid as hell. Play your cards correctly, and then you can, play the victim card with me. But considering that I've been sucked out on in the most ridiculous of ways, just in general, I don't want to hear it. Like, not at all. I mean, there's only one guy that I feel even a little bit, just the slightest, bad about doing it to. And that's V, because I have respect for V. But, it was Queen Jack of Diamonds. I was just buying into a tournament. I didn't play this one on Twitch because I actually wanted a full screen of the table. And I had Queen Jack of Diamonds. And he was a small stack, okay? And that's key, right? When a small stack goes all in, you don't have to be at the top of your range to call. You can afford a flip because it's his tournament life that's at risk, not yours. Now, he called my, I ended up getting lucky on the river. He had ace jack off. I had queen jack. And ended up getting lucky on the river with a queen. And he was just like, come on, KJ Day. Or, KJD. You're better than that, man. It's like, it was the proper call. For the situation, stack to stack, it was the proper call. It just so happened that you lost the flip. That's it. That is it. Some people will never understand that. And, that's why I don't want to assume too much. I'll go in here, but that's why I'm relatively sure you're not gonna see V anywhere in these types of tournaments, these higher tier tournaments, because he's so gung-ho on playing only the top tier hands that he's not taking into account that, the flips. You got to take into account the flips. Now, I'm every bit as guilty of that. I can accept that and understand that. But he needs to understand that too, especially if, he's going to take playing in these types of tournaments, and we're back. We're actually going to raise right here.